Okay, now I want to talk about value and what it means to me, what it should mean to you. And hopefully I'm talking to future entrepreneurs and, existing entrepreneurs or existing business people, but especially to the next generation of entrepreneurs. I'm not saying I'm anyone special that should be listened to. No one might even watch this video. Maybe there's one person that stumbles on it by accident. That's all well and good, but I just want to put it out there. Especially making videos, and I've always understood this, but making videos, you're going to realize that I'm talking about a lot of numbers and profitability, and it's all about the success of a company, but we measure it in terms of numbers. Our GDP is measured in terms of numbers. We think economy is doing well and the stock market's improving when the numbers are ticking upwards, but that doesn't really mean anything. At the end of the day, it's just an easy way to, monitor value, especially if we look at the stock market and those ticks going upwards or the GDP, whatever it is. Are we making people happier? So when I say value, I really mean how we make people feel. When we make our products, whatever it is, you could be a dancer, a singer, a barber, you can invent machines, make cars. Always think value. How are my customers going to enjoy this? That should be the end all be all, and I wish we had more measures for it. I wish when people invested in companies, they thought, how many people are going to be happy because this company exists? And it doesn't have to be with directly actually creating a good that people are going to enjoy. I believe that's where you should start, and I believe you should be very, very passionate that your good or service, you put your soul into it so that someone's life can be bettered, and not just so we can, I should say, yield more dividend to our shareholders or have more of a capital yield. I don't think that should be the measure of success. I think that should come after. My philosophy on profit is that profit should allow us to do more good in society. And the good we do in society starts with the products that we make, the value we give to people. And this might sound very, very idealistic, but I don't think so, because how do I start? Or how do I continue this? It might seem idealistic to say, hey, just make people happy. And a lot of people will see it as expensive, like social responsibility is seen as a burden. But I don't believe so. I believe if we make our society stronger, everyone's happier, they're flourishing, there's more money in circulation, there's more success in circulation, people can afford more things. And if they look at you and they say, hey, I'm happy, and you're the reason I'm happy, they're more likely to buy more things from you. So it's going to reward you. It's not taxing you. Value. We should focus more on value. We should have more built-in ways of actually measuring. The more people buy our products, how do they feel afterwards? So for every person that purchases this one product, how much are we giving back to society? And if we cannot do that because of what we produce, the service we produce, whatever the nature is, and we know we focus on delivering the best value of that product or service, you can invest in your goodwill, treat your employees with some respect, so they come to work and they give you more than you give them, because that's just natural. People feel grateful. They may not say it, but they feel grateful when they work harder for you. So focusing on value, something that's always going to reward you. You could do it in more ways than one. Invest in your employees. Make your company a staple of the community that you're in. Think of ways to make people say thank you for existing. Think selflessly. Yes, we want to give back to our shareholders, but if we give back to our shareholders at the expense of robbing everyone around us, is it worth it? It may be. I mean, you can be honest with yourself. Tell yourself the truth. I don't judge you. I'm sure I'm going to do business in the future or talk about business with people that think, no, I'm a capitalist. I should only take care of myself. Ayn Rand, she was onto something. I mean, I think a lot of people try to crucify her unfairly. I don't think she's against value or taking care of the community. I believe she thinks that you shouldn't take care of a community at the expense of you being successful. But I don't think focusing on value will hinder your success. I think it's the exact opposite. You have to absolutely be strategic about it. All right? And when I make these videos, it's in a way, I'm trying to just I'm trying to instill a more natural understanding of business, but I'm also hoping which I probably should do a better job of, that I get you to see that, not only can you look at business in a more relatable way, but you could look at it differently. Yes, we're going to talk about a lot of numbers and ratios that only emphasize the standard measure of success, which is just the numerical values. What's my profitability like? Things like that. You can decide to think differently. Think value. Okay? It may not be reflected directly on the bottom line, but giving back to people, making sure your products are the best they possibly can be, making sure that people enjoy the fact that you exist, making sure that the quality of your existence in everything you do is the highest it possibly can be. And I apologize if this sounds like one of those boring sermons, but I just have to get it off my chest. It's just a philosophy that I have and I believe in. Okay? So good luck to you if you're going to be an entrepreneur. If you decide that, hey, you're just going to be selfish and trying to make as much profit as possible, I don't judge. It may make sense to you. I think eventually, after we've done enough to the environment and to each other, we're going to realize that there was a better way. And it's just part of our evolution. Okay, we started out as gatherers and wanderers, and we're evolving slowly. We're not done evolving. Eventually, we're going to realize that this is what matters. It's not about the dollars. It's about this.